identical twin boys, Hayden and Trask, and I also have a daughter who's almost 14 years old. And we just live out here in the country, and I'm doing my best to just take them outdoors and raise them in the outdoors with me as well, and show them everything that this beautiful world, this God's giant playground, what it has to offer. And it's truly a blessing to get to spend that time with my kids outdoors and kind of pass on the hunting heritage with them. And also, part of why I want to protect the Second Amendment and, all of these things is to pass it on to our kids. And we're seeing how scary some of these laws are across the country. And, part of why we fight as parents is because we know that we're passing this on to our children someday. So we just
Yeah.
want I want to have a safe world for them to live in. And I want them to have all the same rights and opportunities that I have had, that my parents have had, that our grandparents have had. And we don't want to go backwards.
100%. I think you're raising them right. I think there's too much that's lost with today's urban societies and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Traditionally, if you get into a more urban area, it tends to lean more away from what would generally be considered traditional conservative values,
Mhm.
which is, in my opinion, is kind of sad because you start taking away, a lot of that stuff. People don't know how to fend for themselves.
Mhm.
So, driven the what do you think has driven the political shift in Oregon over the last 50 years? Because it seems like the Pac Northwest, well, actually, the Pac West period,
Mhm.
um,
The whole West
has
Coast.
has just really moved so far left,
Yeah.
and Colorado is kind of following suit. But what do you think has driven the political shift in Oregon over the last 50 years, give or
Well,
take?
the majority of the population is centered around our big cities, and we can talk about that going all the way up and down the West Coast. We have Seattle, we have Portland, we have Salem, Eugene, and then all the way down I-5 into California. And so, I mean, a lot of those are just those hubs, those big cities are where there's just dense populations and there's a ton of people in there that vote. And those people just don't understand what it's like in other parts of the state. They're in those
Yeah.
cities. They don't understand our lifestyle. And if you really want to go back to it, I mean, why we're seeing this now, it's our politicians that are in office, and the majority of them, they're super majorities of Democrats in these seats now, especially in Oregon. Like our conservatives just don't have a chance